Hello, hello, hello. It is just being the Joneses,
Hey, this is Boss.
and it's April, and we are back for another episode here. So, today we're going to be talking about apologizing and if um you should apologize if you're not sorry.
If you should apologize
If
if
you
you're
sh-
not sorry.
if
Should
you
you
sh-
apologize if you're not sorry?
yeah, cuz a lot of times people just use sorry as a saying I'm sorry is something to say because they feel like that's what they should say, right?
Yeah.
But what if you don't feel sorry? Should you be saying it just because you think the other person gonna feel better
Maybe you should.
because you say
You can.
that's? But to me, that's not being honest.
It might not be honest, but it'll make the person feel better right then and there. Right there at the moment.
Okay, so now I see. Right now, you just be being saying you sorry to me, and you ain't really sorry. So you ain't being honest. You telling the lie.
That's not what I said.
You just said it might not be being honest, but it might make the person feel better.
I'm saying in hypotheticals, it may not be a bad idea to apologize if you don't feel like or if you don't feel that, you're what you did was wrong or if it'll make that person feel better is what I'm saying at the moment.
Okay,
Because
well,
you never know.
me personally, I'm not gonna do that. So if
Yeah.
I'm not sorry about something, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like that's just not. I'm just gonna be straight up and honest. Like I can validate how someone feels,
Mm-hmm.
and I can say, um, you know, they can say that they feel a certain way or whatever by something maybe that I said or did, and I could validate that. I can show understanding. I can even understand how they might feel, how they feel
Yeah.
about something I said or did. But if I'm not sorry, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. Like I'm not going to lie to them and say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I might say something like, "Well, I could see how you could feel that way," or I could see how you know that could have came off as harsh or whatever. Or even sometimes I can even be wrong and I might not feel sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying I'm sorry if I'm not sorry. I'm just not.
Mm.
Now if I'm and I can even say I was wrong for that. But if
Yeah.
I feel like I'll do it again in the same situation
Yeah.
because of the circumstances or whatever might have happened, I'm still not gonna say I'm sorry. Because why would I say I'm sorry if I know I would have did the same thing and handled the situation the same way?
I guess if you don't feel like you did wrong, then, or if you feel like you do it again, then I guess there's no reason to say sorry. I don't know.
Well,
I guess not.
I'm saying for me,
Yeah. Yeah. For you. Yeah. For you, but
like
others. It,
I get what you're saying. You're a lie to make the person feel better. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie.
it depends on who it is.
I don't care who it is. I'm not sitting here about to try to. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to nobody.
Mm.
Now I can say I can show understand. Like I said, I can understand where a person might be coming from. I can understand how something might have made them how they might feel about something. Because even when you start saying somebody made you feel a certain way, it's still that don't even sit well with me either. Because a lot of times people feel a certain way based on their experiences, their perception about things, and different things like that. You don't make somebody feel something. They feel something because they might have thought of because that's just like if you say something and somebody misunderstood what you said, and then they feel a certain feeling but emotion behind it. You didn't make them feel that. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
felt it because of the way that they understood it or the way that they see it or view it or took it or whatever.
Yes.
So
How they processed it.
yeah, so therefore, like when people say you made me feel, no, I didn't make you feel nothing. You
Mm.
felt that. I don't disagree that you felt that because whatever you feel, you feel. It's your feelings. You're entitled to it and all of that. But Just because you say you hurt my feelings don't mean I'm gonna apologize, because I might not be sorry. If your feelings was hurt, I may not be sorry that your feelings was hurt. You probably needed to hear
Yeah, some people do.
it.
That's for sure.
So, I mean, I don't. I guess I just don't subscribe to the whole "I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear to make you feel better" type of thing.
Yeah, I know I've done it before. Just said, just to get it over with. Hey, I'm all right. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean it that way. It didn't. I didn't mean to upset. Whatever it was, whatever the situation was. Um, but I can see if someone just says, "Yeah, I'm sorry," just to kind of lighten the mood, move along past it, something like that.
I mean, I could see people do it all the time. So, I mean, I could definitely see it, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying I'm not going to just say I don't believe in telling. I don't want nobody telling me they sorry about something that they're not sorry about.
Mm,
So I'm not gonna do it. I also don't want it. I don't want no fake apologies.
yeah.
I don't want no fake I'm sorry's. I don't want no I'm just gonna say that to, you know, try to pacify this. I don't want any of that. Like, if you don't genuinely feel sorry, then don't tell me you sorry. That's just like how it is. And that's probably why I'm not really the type of person that I'm not the type I can move on from things without people telling me they sorry.
Yeah, same here.
So it's like, I can have a conversation with somebody about something. I could tell them how I felt about something, and they may not say that they sorry about it, but I can move on from it
Mm-hmm.
without that apology and be cool, because I don't want nothing fake. I don't want somebody just saying something just to be saying something.
Yeah, that's right.
And so if it's changed behavior, or I see somebody that's like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, they might see that. Like, for instance, I say stuff to my kids all the time they don't like.
Yeah.
But I'm not sorry for saying it because it needed to be said.
Well, in that case, yeah, it definitely be
So
said.
my thing is, if I see that somebody don't want me, like I'll use them for example. If I see that they don't want me to continue to tell them certain things, if it's not gonna affect me, then I could stop saying things. I'm not sorry for what I have said. I have already said,
Mm-hmm.
but I can definitely stop interjecting and saying anything to try to help, or saying anything because I see a situation that could go differently or whatever. As long as it's not gonna affect me, I can say, "Hey, I'm gonna keep my mouth closed."
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm sorry because I said something before or whatever the case may be, or you didn't like what I said, or however. I'm not sorry, and I'm not gonna say it because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Everything don't warrant an
Sorry, not
apology.
sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Everything definitely don't warrant an apology, because I mean, somebody don't like what you said or didn't want to feel like hearing it today, then that don't mean you got to apologize. Something like that. Yeah. You, like you said, just leave it alone, let it be, move on, keep your mouth shut, hang up. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow or whenever.
Well, do you feel like you will force an apology for someone?
Will I force someone to apologize
Yeah,
to
because
me?
sometimes that happens. People
No,
be like, "Well, you got to
not
say
me.
I'm sorry, or you need to tell me you sorry or something."
Not me, because I'm me too. I just like you, I don't necessarily need an apology like that. I mean, your apology to me will be to show me, so if I let you know how I feel, hey, I didn't like the way you said that, or that was messed up. Um, you don't really necessarily have to say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or "I apologize, my bad." You can just show me, what I'm saying, that your next actions, however you handle the situation next, will determine. That'll be your apology for me. I
Hmm.
feel that's more important anyway, because anybody could hand out and "I'm sorry," or "my bad," or
Well,
some type of
yeah,
apology. You can just throw that out all day, but genuinely, your actions dictate whether someone's sorry or not.
yeah, because you literally just said, you can tell people, just I'm sorry, just to make them feel better, whether you feel sorry or not or
Hmm.
whatever. So definitely that shows that you could just hand out apologies and they don't have no real, you know, meaning behind it. It's not genuine.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. Like, I'd rather somebody not if you don't mean it and you just saying it, don't say it to me. Mean what you say and say what you mean. And if you don't, because I can also be like, if somebody say I don't like how you said that, I can also say, well, I could have said that better. But I'm not sorry for saying it.
Yeah.
I can look at myself and say, you know what, I could have said that better,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not sorry for saying it. And I'm not gonna say I'm sorry for saying it. Cause yeah. But you know what? I could have said that better.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And see, that's the apology.
No, it's not. Because I'm not apologizing for what I said.
Well, I'm
I'm
saying
just
that.
saying, I'm just acknowledging
Yeah.
that I could have said that like there could have been a better way to say it. Or there could have been a better way to do something. I'm acknowledging that much. And so I could see it from their perspective. But just because I could see it from somebody else's perspective don't mean that I'm sorry about it.
So you're saying you're showing them, you're letting them know that you acknowledge what you said could have been said better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could be the apology.
No, it's not,
like
because I'm not sorry. That's what I'm saying.
the
An
acknowledgement.
apology
The
is feeling
acknowledgement.
sorry for doing something or saying something.
Yeah.
Or not just coming from you, because sometimes people feel sorrow or sorry for something happened to somebody else that they didn't do. Or like, for instance, if somebody, when you say I'm sorry for your loss or something, you sorry that person is going through what they're going through. They're sorry. You're really sorry for that. You may be. Some people might lie about that too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm saying, like, they may be like, I'm sorry, or a friend might be talking to you about something, and you might say, I'm sorry you're going through that.
Yeah.
Because you are sorry that they're going through that. So you're genuinely saying that. It's not just something to say. You're genuinely saying that. But if I say something and somebody say, oh, well, I don't like the way you said that. Okay, I could have said it a different way, because it's always a lot of different ways to say stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I might not feel sorry. Like, I may not. Because sometimes you have said something in a certain way, or sometimes it doesn't matter how you say something. Somebody gonna be offended by how you say it, regardless. You could say it it could be the softest spoken way possible, with the nicest way, and if they get offended, they're gonna say how they felt, that they, whatever. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. But if I see that if I see that I've done something and somebody is hurt, or somebody feel hurt by a certain thing, then I may say, I real feel like it's plenty of things that I done seen where, somebody, like, even with you, I might have said something and your feelings might have been hurt or something like that, and I have apologized, but I was really sorry.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want you to feel however it was you was feeling. Some people, I don't care how they feel, so I'm not apologizing. That's bad.
I guess if you don't care, you don't care.
No, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I might not care how you feel, because you need to sit in what you feel. You need to sit in what you feel, and you need to own what it is that you might have done. Because I'm responsible for my own behaviors. I'm responsible for my own words. I'm responsible for, like, nobody's responsible for that stuff for me.
Yeah. But
I could take responsibility for me. And I could take responsibility. Just because I'm taking the responsibility for myself don't mean that I'm sorry about it. Is what I'm saying. So I'm like, hey, if that's if that's just like if somebody hit me, right?
Yeah.
Or if somebody no, I'll tell you a specific situation. So a while back, when KB was like 4,
yeah,
he was going to this school, and the teacher he had it was like a little pre-K school or whatever. So the teacher he had, for some reason, he was coming home and he was wet all the time. Like, he used the bathroom and he peed in his clothes off. Like, and that wasn't him. Like, he wasn't doing that, like, at home or with me or nothing. And I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Well, he is always wetting his clothes at school.
Yeah.
So I talked to him about it, and he said that so what happened was he apparently he was fearful of the teacher. He had them become fearful of the teacher, so he didn't want to ask to go to the bathroom because she was pinching him. So when I went to the school, I showed my behind.
I'm sure you did.
Okay, so now I look at it like anytime that you behave in a certain way, like you might curse somebody out, or like I wanted to bop that lady. If I would have bopped that lady, I would have been wrong. Cursing her out, I would have been wrong. I'm saying if the actions behind it to me is still wrong, but I'm not sorry for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I would have bust her in her eye for pinching my child,
Yeah.
or if I would have took her and turned her,
Yeah.
skin upside down, it would have been wrong for me to put my hands on that lady. Just because she wrong for putting her hands on my son don't mean that it makes it right for me to put my hands on her. Now some people might not agree.
A lot of people won't agree. A lot of people would have put their hands on her in that classroom.
Yeah, but had I done that, I still would have been wrong. Because just two wrongs don't make it right.
It don't make it right.
So it's a way to handle every situation. Now I would have had no remorse.
Yeah.
Like I had no remorse for cursing her out.
Yeah.
I had no remorse for saying I was gonna put my hands on her. Like the way that I handled the situation, you could look at it and you could say, well, I could have handled it different. I could have handled it better. But I didn't, and I don't care how she felt about it or how the other people felt about it. They said they were gonna call the police on me. I don't give a crap.
Yeah. I mean, call the police on her too for child abuse.
So my thing is, like, certain situations happen and people are provoked, but just because you're provoked don't mean the way you respond is gonna be right.
Yeah.
You could be wrong in your response to being provoked, but you may not be sorry.
But given the situation, it could be warranted because you were upset that your child was being abused. That's child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, most parents are gonna be upset about that. I know I'd be pissed. So given the situation, your actions were to me
Justified.
justifiable because I mean you had a right to be upset. You
Yeah,
send your
but
child, you trust your child in this school, pre-K, whatever it is, this school, and then this happening. Every child should be safe in their learning environment. It should have a good opportunity to learn, and I mean, it just, and she disrupted that. The teacher disrupted that. She had all the power and everything, but she did, and you went off on her the way you did. I mean, shoot, you shouldn't feel bad about that.
I mean, I don't feel bad about it, but I can acknowledge that I could have handled the situation differently, or I could have handled it more calm, or I could have done. It's different things that I could have done to still bring justice. Feel like I handled the situation, or there was a proper solution to the situation.
Yeah.
Prop, or whatever. But I just don't. I didn't feel sorry for it,
And I
and
don't
that's what
blame
I'm
you.
saying.
I don't blame you.
So when I say that I don't, I'm not gonna apologize for everything that I can acknowledge that okay, I could have done that differently, or I can acknowledge that that's wrong, but I just don't feel sorry for everything that I do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I react in a way and it's wrong, like anytime that you curse somebody out, it's most likely it's just wrong. It don't matter what it's you're reacting to something, somebody could do something wrong first, but just because you react to it just because they did you react to it in a certain way don't mean that what you're doing is right.
It don't make it right.
So
No.
that's what I'm saying, but that doesn't mean you're sorry for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, because I mean, yeah, they again like the situation teacher. She did that. You responded the
now i
way you
might say
did, and hey,
now I
that's
might
that's it
say
is what it is.
now I might say, Lord forgive me, I know I shouldn't have done that, but But I'm not sorry that I did it to the person. But I want the Lord to forgive me for because I was wrong to. He saw it and he like,
Okay, well, what
like
if you say, okay, now you saying God forgive me? I shouldn't have did that,
yeah.
but I'm not sorry.
No, I'm not sorry that I'm not to them. I'm sorry that God had to see that.
Oh my God! Cut the commercial. God damn.
No, because I'm like, I know it was. I I know I did something. Okay, if I curse somebody out, I'm gonna repent
All
and
right.
I'm gonna say, Lord, forgive me. You know,
Yeah.
for that. But I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like. I would say, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain it. Like,
Yeah.
um, I don't have no remorse for the person who received it.
Mm-hmm. You
That
don't feel bad for them
I
because
don't feel bad for them.
if they took you out of your character like that, it was something bad.
I don't feel bad. Right. I don't feel bad for them. But as far as me and my character,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like me thinking about how I might have behaved and my character. And if it got me out of my character,
Yeah.
then that is where the like, oh, okay, you know, I stepped out of character, whatever. But I don't feel sorry for that person who received it, is what I'm saying.
Mm. I mean, again, yeah, situation like that, I wouldn't feel bad for her either. Like the teacher, I wouldn't feel bad for her because I mean, that she lucky that's all she got. Shoot, abusing your child.
So,
Shoot.
I mean, I'm just saying. But of course, like, I feel sorry about a lot of things, though. Like, I'm not like where I just do stuff and don't feel sorry about it. Like, I feel sorry.
Yeah.
If anything that I do that might make you feel bad, I feel sorry.
Yeah. I
Now,
believe
if you did something like horrible to me,
that. Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to feel sorry about it now. I'm just saying. But most of the time, it's just like regular smuggler. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have said, like, being irritated, or I might have said something snappy, been snappy, or, you
Yeah.
know, whatever the case,
Yeah. When it's
case may be,
snapping days when you want to go off on me.
or something, you know. So I might be like, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't mean to snap at you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
Right.
But if I did, and you did something like where, you know, I don't know. I guess sometimes people deserve to be like, you need to be like.
What about So what about people who apologize? They like apologize for no reason
Yeah.
when it
So
don't
some.
warrant an apology. They just
Oh yeah. So
that's what I can't stand.
sometimes people apologize just to be apologized. Like, why are you?
Just to say I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Another thing. Oh my gosh, and I tell people this all the time. And I had a friend that I had to keep telling this to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can text her,
Yeah.
or I could call her, and then she'll text me back later, or she'll call me back later, and it ain't days later.
Later
It
that
could
day.
be like an hour. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry, I was. I'm sorry. I said,
Yeah.
stop apologizing and stop explaining yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had to tell
you
people the
didn't
same
ghost
thing.
me. Like, you didn't ghost me. You wasn't supposed to be getting back to me with some pertinent information that you said you was gonna have to me and within this particular hour, and you
Mm-hmm.
know I really needed it or something. Like, none of this was happening.
It was just a random text
It
message
was just
saying,
random.
hey, how you doing?
Hey, sorry I ain't call you back. I was doing block. Stop.
Yeah. I can see if it was like every now and then. Oh, sorry, my bad. I was doing something. I was in class, and
Cause at this
I couldn't answer the phone right now. I couldn't text right now, whatever. But some people do it all the time. Like it's almost like they're apologizing for not responding to you right away within like 2 minutes, Anything outside of that, they're apologizing.
Over
And I can't
apologizing.
stand that junk.
Because over apologizing shows too also in some situations a lack of confidence.
Mm.
So I'm like, no. And then sometimes people over apologize because of like their certain things that happen, it's childhood experiences or certain things like that. So
Yeah.
it's different reasons why people may over apologize. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I don't like people to do that to me.
Nah, it's aggravating. It gets aggravating.
And it wasn't even aggravating for my friend to do it, but I was just letting her know, girl, stop doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You do not need to apologize to me for that. You do not need to over explain yourself. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna be the friend that, first of all, if somebody hang around me long enough, they gonna walk away with more confidence than they had when they
that they came in.
Yeah, they came with. If it's a matter of confidence or whatever, yeah. Yes. Because I'm like, no, like you don't have to do that. So, I'm not that person who finna be mad because you took
more than 5 minutes to respond to a text message.
So, yeah, but yeah, the over apologizing thing, no, because it just be I just see that a lot too.
It be aggravating. That's what it be.
Well, for you, it's aggravating.
It gets aggravating for me because I've encountered people that do it all the time. Serious. So
why does it aggravate you?
Because it's like, why are you saying sorry? Why are you apologizing for something that you didn't do wrong? Like if I'm at work, like I had a guy at work, and he's not there anymore. He's moved on somewhere else. But he would apologize if I had a task, and then he would, for some reason, I just didn't do the task yet. I didn't get around to it yet, and he knocks it out. He would apologize for doing the task. Like you didn't have to. Okay, thank you for doing the task. You didn't insult me for doing some work.
Sorry for doing the work.
Yeah,
the job.
I wouldn't have took care of it. Sorry. This is a true story. This actually happened.
Well, sometimes people apologize before the person.
And hold on, this guy he's over me technically.
Maybe he thinks that you're gonna be offended because he did it, so he just go ahead and let you know that he didn't mean to overstep. If he was trying to, if he overstepped, he's sorry, and maybe that's what he mean by it. Apology.
Possibly, but he's one of the people who did it all the time though.
Okay,
yeah, not like I ain't saying like that specific scenario all the time.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about apologizing, different stuff. Where
okay,
it didn't warrant
an
apology.
Yeah,
some people just naturally do that junk, and I had to tell him, man, you didn't do anything wrong. It's okay. It's cool. You ain't got to keep apologizing.
Yeah,
that's gonna be aggravating, man.
It's probably a habit. Sometimes people do it out of habit. It just comes out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's habitual. But
I definitely like if I think about, like, I was having a conversation with somebody, one of our adult children, and so this was like yesterday, and so I was like, and he had done annoyed me like really bad. So I said something, and then I had to go back to him and apologize for that. Because for one, what I said to him didn't have nothing to do with it was just like, it was like one of those situations where somebody, like, he was like, it's almost like it was a flaw, but then I kind of threw out, well, this probably happened because you like this, or this is how you do this, whatever.
Right.
But it was not. It was one of those things that you don't take and throw in somebody's face like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like a flaw, you just don't take and throw in their face.
Yeah.
Just because you're annoyed at them. So I was wrong for that, and I felt sorry for that.
You really felt sorry.
So I actually went and apologized to him for it.
And was God pleased?
Well, I hope so. Well, I hope so. I'm sincere when every time I ask God for forgiveness. I'm asking Him to forgive me. That don't mean I'm sorry that I said what I said to the person.
So you be like, God forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing to you, God, but not her.
Oh,
Not that helper.
yeah.
You heard what you said to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, shoot, God, you seen what happened while I cursed her out? Now tell me. Now tell me.
Oh man,
I'm just saying.
hilarious.
Shoot, like you said, it was warranted.
Yeah.
But hey, but it was it was two wrongs. But hey, but yeah,
But it happened.
but it happened. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I just I don't know. I just don't want to be told I'm sorry if it's not genuine, and I'm not gonna give a apology that's not genuine.
Right.
Now I can, like I said, I can empathize with how somebody feel.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff like that. But just because I empathize with the way they feel, don't mean that I'm sorry for how I handled the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Because if that's the case, we'll be sorry all day, every day for everything. Like everything you do can offend somebody, whether it's right or wrong. You could be right and it offends somebody.
Mm.
And then you're apologizing because it offended them, but you did right.
You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That could happen. I mean, that's true.
Like
somebody could be offended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if I tell somebody they can't use my car and they hurt their feelings, I'm not finna say, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, you can't use my freaking car.
Well, no. In that case, you have a right to say no.
Yeah, but just because they say that, oh, you ain't, oh, you like just because they get mad about it, don't mean that you got to be sorry about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's just that's just an example of what I'm saying. If that's the case, you're gonna be sorry about every single thing somebody feel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no you're entitled to feel how you feel.
Yeah.
You're entitled to feel mad, sad, whatever you want. You're entitled to that. And you got free will to feel however you want to feel.
Absolutely.
And I ain't even mad about how you feel. But I ain't sorry.
But you ain't finna get this key fob. You may download the Uber app.
I ain't sorry. So, like Beyonce say, I ain't sorry. So, I mean, and don't be telling me you sorry and you ain't sorry. Because I know when you're sorry for real.
All right, I won't.
I'd be like, he ain't sorry. He just saying that. And you just telling me anything.
Sometimes I be sorry. You don't believe me, though.
Yeah, I know. I'd be like, you just telling me anything. You just telling me what
me.
you want to hear. I want to hear.
I be trying to, hey, okay, I apologize and move on. But with you, it's got to be a therapy session.
Man.
We got to analyze
it ain't got to be a therapy session. It's got to be communication.
But what we got to analyze
just because I'm a therapist, if I wasn't a therapist, if I was not a therapist, then you wouldn't say it got to be a therapy session. You wouldn't say that. But just because I like effective communication, it's got to be a therapy session.
Hey, when you became an LMFT,
no,
the
because
apology
before,
became...
way before that.
Got longer.
No, way before
the
that.
got longer.
Lies. Way before that. Way before that. I always like effective communication, but also when you know better, you do better. So when you learn, as you learn how to effectively do things better,
yeah,
then you do better.
Yeah, you do. You're supposed to.
Okay. But anyway, I guess so. Y'all don't be out there apologizing to people and lying to them. If you say it, mean it. Okay. And anyway, change behavior is the best apology.
That's right. That's the best. Because that shows that you really are sorry for what you did or said.
Mm-hmm. I told somebody before, I was like, I have said I'm sorry for saying this way, but I'm not sorry for what I said. If you
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So what I said, I meant it.
You meant
And
it,
I still stand on that.
but it could have came out better.
But I could have said it different.
The delivery could have been better. Yeah.
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 So kind of like what, no, yesterday I was just sorry for saying what I said, period, and how I said it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so we're gonna move on and let y'all go think and ponder on that. While we think and ponder on it. And y'all pray for me that if I do something wrong that I feel sorry for it. Because if I do something wrong and I feel like you provoke me to do it, then I might not be wrong. And I'm gonna take full responsibility for my behavior. Yes, I did it. Yes, I had control of myself. Yes, I made me do it. And I ain't sorry.
But don't expect no sorry.
So with that being said, we about to get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
So see y'all next. Well, we ain't gonna see y'all, but next time. Until next time, we out.
Out.